when I first came to Healthy Hips, I was obviously I'm still a busy mom and a teacher and a mom of three and a wife, and we're just really busy. But I had spent probably a year, well, it had been 2 years since I had been in PT for my hip previously, and no avail. Like I tried like what they said and it just didn't work. And I was living with my TENS unit. And then I saw the Healthy Hips on Facebook and I said, I'm going to give it a shot. And I met with Jessica and it was lovely. And I felt like I had known this team for my entire life. I loved it so much. And I remember saying to my husband after the initial interview, which is fabulous that you get to talk to a real person instead of just signing up willy-nilly. I remember saying to my husband, like, I feel like this is going to be a big life game changer. And it was. And so I just it has changed my life and how I move and how I think of stress and my mindset on a daily basis. Like the pain that I was having was definitely like in the low back area and then like in the middle of the glute. It was like burning I it was like a burning hip sensation. And so that was happening and it was going down the leg because obviously, as now that I've taken all of your classes, that whole pelvic region is all connected. And so if one thing is off, it's going to grab everything else to make that off. And so learning to relax your inner pelvis muscles, then all of a sudden let that lower back relax, which let my muscles in my leg relax, which took that pain off of the hip. And so it's like the way that you guys taught it was so like, oh, yeah, because all of this is connected. And if it's all like this, then your whole body is going to be like that. I think those of us going through menopause especially are the hormones are so huge in all that you're doing. So again, it's not just these muscles not working and it's not just your mind not being there, but it's like there's your body is starting to deplete or is missing medicine or things that your body needs. And so for me, we found out, Molly and I found out that my thyroid was kind of off and I ended up having Hashimoto's and went gluten free. And that was massive in my healing to know that and then become gluten free because that gluten was just irritating everything as well. And then, I was on an estrogen patch and then didn't know I needed to be on progesterone. And so we got on progesterone. Well, that progesterone automatically helped my sleeping, which I wasn't sleeping through the night, which then I woke up tired and I woke up achy. And so it's just like this whole body program. I cannot express enough how much you guys did for me. I'm so thankful. Like before it was like I was in so much pain all the time and I was getting like I would get stuck like lifting something and I feel like now I can lift things and now I can move my body appropriately. I just was in pain 24 hours 7 days a week and I'm not anymore, which is massive in my daily life, especially as a teacher. I'm up and down off the floor. And then with my kids, like I feel like I can do things. And I am excited to try different exercises and not just stick to like yoga or stretching or different things. Not that those things aren't great, but like that wasn't working. And so now that I have found like walking and walking with a weighted vest, like that's huge because before I wasn't even able to take a walk because I would be in so much pain afterwards. So the fact that I can like live my life without having pain all the time is so fabulous. I love it so much. So one of the things I love about this program is that it's all online. And so you can go as fast or as slow as you want, but it's kind of like self-paced in the classes that you're taking. And I love like learning new things. And so all these classes dealt with like mind and breath and stress and then the actual like movement of your body. And I think like that to me also was a shift of like thinking of it as PT. Like we call it PT, but it was like, what am I doing how am I moving my body to change what's going on in my body? So I loved like all the classes. And then I loved that there were coaching calls that I could pop in the middle of the week if something wasn't working, or if it's like in the beginning, it's like you are overwhelmed with all of this information. And so just taking that moment to have somebody else talk to you and say, hey, but did you try like the internal work, or did you try like this exercise? And so that was massively beneficial. I loved keeping track and that you guys could see what I was doing on the other end. So it was like you guys could look and say, "Oh, I see that you've been doing this thing, but I'm wondering if that certain exercise is giving you that like tweak. And so let's try this exercise instead." So it really is like a whole body program. The minute that I like got the progesterone and then the thyroid and went gluten free, game changer.
Yep.
Mhm.
And nobody gets that in PT. Hence why this hip pain goes on and on and on, or the back pain goes on and
Yes.
on and on. And it's like, you're strong, you're doing the exercises. Something else has to be
I
addressed.
know. I know. And I don't know if she showed you. Did she show you my before and after of like a month?
No. Oh my goodness. May 10th. Oh my goodness.
Hmm. Hmm. Like, no wonder why I was in so much pain. I was so inflamed. I was so inflamed. I couldn't even get to what needed to be fixed
Mhm.
because my body was so inflamed. And I think that that's the important thing that people need to understand is like you you can't even fix what's wrong if your body isn't like so swollen all the time. And that's where I was at. I was so swollen all the time. Like yesterday with Molly, I was like crying and I just like have thank you because the first time I talked to you, I was like, there, I'm just living this ugh,
Yeah.
existence. And I feel so much better. If I was going to tell somebody that was in chronic hip pain or in pain, like you can't just not do the work. You can't. Like you have to put in the work. But most of all, like you have to change your mindset. It is a mindset game more than the stretching and the lifting and the walking and whatever. It's a mindset game. If you come in thinking I'm going to be always be in pain. Pain is like telling you something. What is it telling you? And I have to say that that mind shift is been huge because now that school has started back, I have had a little bit of hip pain, but I look at it like, why am I having the hip pain? Well, it's because some of those stressors are back. So what am I going to do to prevent those stressors and like lower that inflammation in my hip? You have to know like there are steps and there are going to be hard times. Like there are times that it's going to hurt, but why is it hurting? Like what could I do to fix that? And it will change eventually. It's not going to change like that. You're going to have to give it time, but it will change eventually. I felt like I had tried everything. I had tried PT, I had tried medicine, I had tried only massage, I had tried only yoga, and it wasn't working. And this is a program that all of the whole body, mind, and everything is going to help you get to that pain free life that you are looking for. And yes, it's going to cost some money, but do I feel life changed from being in this program for 4 months? 100%. I do. And I would tell anyone to jump at being a part of this group.